Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mario. I, I still had it open in the background, but yeah. Here's the first round of the NSBDS tournament, and we have Yiply versus Floods. I said that backwards, but we'll go with it. Both runners should be starting really soon. They're just getting in a little bit of last-minute IL practice.
Yeah, he should be off pretty soon.
To quickly clarify, today is a best of one, so winner takes all, unless you include the fact we have a losers bracket. So shouldn't have said that, but we'll go with it again.
Yeah, it's a double elimination tournament. So even if people lose in this first round, it's still not over for them.
Yeah, to be super clear, this is winners round one. But yeah, at the moment, just everyone's trying to squeeze in their last minute IL practice but yeah, we should be starting in like 5 minutes. Blood's choosing to practice the 1-2 IL. That's cool. Personally, I tend to only like practice late game, just because by nature I'm gonna play a lot of early game because of grinding and just resets. But then again, for a race, I don't know how I'd change my strat, so we'll let him do his best. Oh, you and Flood are both ready? Yeah, just start when you guys are ready. Oh, someone needs to count down in chat when Flood says he's good. Okay. You want me to count? You guys mind if I count down the Twitch chat or the Discord server? Where are we doing that? Okay, I think they meant the... No. Yeah, we'll just do the... We'll do the Discord channel. Or, no, I'm an idiot. We're doing Twitch. Please just watch the Twitch chat.
Well, we'll get the
Okay.
countdown somewhere.
When I say 1 in the Twitch chat, go. Never use Twitch?
It'll be fine.
You know what? We'll make it work. On 1, start. Okay? I'm waiting a little bit so that the stream delays so they hear me say that. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope they got that message. I don't know what our stream delay is. I don't think they got that
Any
message.
second now. I don't know.
I might have made a horrible mistake, but you know what? They're having fun.
Oh, they're off.
That was actually semi-accurate. Go me.
Nice.
Oh, and Floods is picking the unusual Mario pick.
Yeah, usually a lot of people pick Luigi for this game.
Yeah, they both... Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Nah, it's fine. But there's no difference between Mario and Luigi as in terms of their gameplay.
No,
It's
I think
just a choice of preference.
yeah, I think runners just think Luigi's hotter. But
Yeah.
anyways, to answer the question, yeah, this is uppers round 1.
Very first match of this tournament, actually.
Gonna be crazy. We also have 2 matches later today, so if you like SBDS, boy do I have the stream for you.
Oh, Yiply!
Oh, that's gonna mess up Shelmanip, right?
Yeah, he has to get in the Toad House now.
Oh, Flood's messed it up too. He bonked on the stairs.
Blood should still be good for it, though.
Oh, that doesn't mess it up for emulator?
No. You can bonk and it still works. So yeah, before this run started, both runners actually set their console date and time to specific values. And that lets them manipulate this red block to move to 1-2 and get the blue shell like Flood's just got there.
And he gets the
But
QSG.
yeah, it's very nice. But unfortunately, Yiply died in 1-1, so he's gonna have to get the shell from the Toad House now.
Yeah, and play 1-2 with small Luigi.
Yeah,
Which it's not that hard, but it's about a 14-second time loss, and having that within the first 3 minutes of the run can be a little disheartening.
definitely. I guess another option Yiply could have chose to do is take another death in 1-1 or 1-2, and then go for the shell again in 1-2, but it's probably safer just to get the Toad House.
Yeah, and the thing with races is it's always better just to pick the safe strat over the fast strat.
Definitely.
Unless you're like J-Dude and you want to do something funny. But I digress.
Right, so Flood's entering 1 tower.
Yeah, it
This
seems
is
like
a
he's
cycle-based level, and I think he's going for one of the safer cycles,
going for a slower cycle.
which is fine. He's
Meanwhile-
already quite far ahead.
Yeah, again, with someone who's going against the opponent with a marginally higher PB, it's probably for the better that he picks safer strats and hopes Yiply messes up.
Yeah, because I think Flood's PB is 23 minutes and 12 seconds, and Yiply is 22 minutes and 41 seconds. There's a
Okay.
bit of gap between the two.
I believe that PB's also with like loads not included. Oh, Yiply misses up the
Oh yeah, I think that's
Wait.
without loads.
yeah.
So yeah, Floods is actually playing on an emulator right now, which means he has 40 seconds faster loads than Yiply.
Yeah, so we also have to compensate for that to see if Floods will actually win the match.
Yeah. But we
Anyways,
won't know until after the race has ended.
so Yiply shows me the small Mario 1-2, which is the small Mario 1-2 and 1 tower, which is I've never seen that level played with small Mario, so that's weird. Sorry, low percent gods. Anyhow, 5-1's a pretty straightforward level. You're just running forward without getting hit by the snowballs. Hey, dudes, do you want to explain the tech between, like, the shell double jumps? Because I don't think I fully understand how they function.
Yeah, sure. So, what you just saw Floods doing in 5-1 is he'll be jumping, or he was jumping in and out of the shell quite a lot. And Yiply will also be doing the same when he enters 5-1. And that's actually because staying in the shell is a little bit slower than normal running speed. So what we do is we jump in and out of the shell to try and maintain the faster running speed for as long as we can. And
Right.
you can also do double and triple jumps with the shell, which each have a 2-frame window to time.
Yeah, also worth noting, Floods just got QSG, which I don't think we quite explained that yet. I don't know exactly how it functions, but essentially you'll travel faster than you normally do in the shell if you do the correct input.
Yeah, QSG allows you to maintain your standard running speed while in shell, and you do that by pressing down and then left as you go off a ledge. I think it's within the last 3 frames you're on the ledge for. Which is very useful in some of these levels like 5-2, where there's a conveniently placed ledge right at the start of the level, and there's
Yeah.
also not much space to do the unmorphs, so...
And both runners get the QSG, I think. Or did Yiply get it?
I think Yiply got it, yeah.
Alright, I'll take your word for it. Anyways, we see... Okay, I forget what level it's called. 5-3, I think.
5-3.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to approach this. There's hyperspeed, there's another QSG, or you just do a lot of unmorphs. Flood, like, opting for a lot of unmorphs, which, while it is the slowest option, it's definitely the easiest option.
Yeah, he's already quite a bit ahead, so may as well just play it safe. But I think Yiply's gonna try going for the hyperspeed strat in this level.
Yeah, Hammer Bro pending. Okay, that's not as horrible as I thought it was. And here we can see that Yiply just travels incredibly fast with the hyperspeed, given the name.
Yeah. Yeah, so
So
for whatever reason, in this game, if you throw an item down a slope and then enter your shell, you can just get a lot of speed from that, which
yeah,
is what we use there.
however, you have to like constantly keep jumping to maintain the speed, right? Because if you stay on the ground too long, you'll lose that speed boost.
Yeah, if you have to jump within like a couple frames on the slopes to maintain the speed. So it can be quite tricky. But it did allow Yiply there to skip the fireworks
Yeah.
and get a 67 on the in-game timer.
To clarify, fireworks happen whenever there's double digits at the end of the in-game timer, like 66, 77, and so on. Oh no,
Oh,
Yiply losing
Yiply.
blue shell.
That's going to be quite a bit of a time loss for Yiply going into World 8.
Yeah, especially
Because,
like in the water levels.
yeah, there's 2 water levels that we ideally want to keep our shell for. And not having the blue shell for those levels is going to lose Yiply a lot of time.
Yeah, not to mention, I feel like the run's just a lot harder for the first half of World 8 without the shell.
Oh yeah, 8-2 especially is way easier with the shell.
Yeah, and I know that's just a personal thing, but 8-1 with the crows, I just really don't like without the shell.
Yeah. Especially if you do all the, if you're not used to the unmorphs, then it can be quite hard to do 8-1 without staying in the shell for the whole level.
Yeah, speaking of 8-1, we see Floods just powering through the level, mainly just staying in the shell for most of the route, which, you know what, makes sense to play it safe, especially when you have this far of a lead. Yeah, I agree with this play.
Yeah. Should also mention that the crows in 8-1, a lot of people think they're RNG, but they're actually not. Because what they do is they swoop down to match your vertical position. So if you do the same movement each time, then they become somewhat predictable.
Yeah, mainly just the name of the game is just have a consistent strat for going through the level. And here we'll see the rare shellless 8-1, which is going surprisingly well. So one of the most unknown buffs about the blue shell is that it decreases, like, I guess, traction while in the water and makes you swim considerably faster, especially horizontally. And you're going to be seeing this come into play in the next couple levels.
Yeah, so you'll notice in 8-2, Floods is going to have a much faster horizontal swimming speed than Yiply. And I think that's going to save Floods close to like 15 seconds alone in this level. So it really hurts to not have the blue shell here.
Yeah. I wonder if, I guess, like, against the will of God, maybe Yiply can get a blue shell from a random pink box, or...
I don't think he can,
Oh,
because,
it's not possible?
yeah, I think with the specific RNG manipulation he used right at the start of the run, he doesn't get a chance to get a backup. Because sometimes what can happen is the Hammer Bro ends up on 8-3, and you can get a blue shell from him sometimes. But with the RNG manipulation Yiply used, that's actually impossible.
Weird.
So,
Usually with my manip, I'll usually get, like, a backup in one tower, but I don't know. I know that
yeah,
works later in the game.
yeah, Yiply is actually using a different RNG manipulation to Floods that stays in effect for pretty much the entire game instead of just the first level.
Yeah, and this is primarily due because Yiply's playing on an original DS, while Floods is playing on emulator.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it on emulator, but I guess Floods just doesn't choose to do it yet, so which
Oh,
is fair enough.
I did not know you could do it on emulator. That's crazy.
Yeah, it currently only doesn't work on Wii U VC.
Which, tragic for the Wii U gods. Also,
Yeah.
Flood's opting to play a little bit of a safer Bowser Jr. strat. But you know what? Again, it's for the better. He just tries to keep shell for this next level, and you'll see why. Yiply making a very, I don't know, I was going to say tight schedule, but then I remembered he doesn't have shell, so how tight can it be?
Yeah, he got the second fastest cycle you can get in this level though, so that's good for him.
Yeah, with Fireflower, Bowser Jr. is kind of a joke, as Yiply proves. Yes, that was as easy as it looks.
Yeah, with Fire you can kind of just spam fireballs into Junior, and you can get him down pretty quickly. But with Shell you have to do a somewhat precise jump onto him.
Yeah, which, again, Flood's played safe by just ramming him with the shell and
Yeah.
gaining enough momentum for that.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, at this point, I think 1 second time losses aren't going to be what matters for the end of the run.
Yeah, and Floods is going to save like another 8 seconds just from having to shell again in this water level.
Yeah, like, you're going to see the movement. It's kind of incredible how large of a gap there is between shell and no shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at them go. This is tragic.
Yeah, Yiply's swimming is just so much slower than Flood's.
Yeah,
But he can gain some of that time back by holding neutral after going through those bubble jets, which will help him speed him up a bit.
I did not know about that tech. So if you hold neutral while in the bubble jet, how long will you maintain that speed for?
Much longer than if you were to hold right. Because if you hold right, you lose the speed from the bubble jet pretty much as soon as you leave the jet.
Good to
But if you
know.
hold neutral, then you get to keep it until the water slows you down.
I was wondering why it wasn't like I was like 5 IGT behind every other top runner in the water level. So thanks.
Well, now you know.
Anyways,
Yeah.
you'll see that Flood's intentionally lost the shell. This is just because it makes Fireflower makes the route a lot easier or quicker. I don't know, but regardless, it was the right option. But yeah, we have something similar in like the NSMB NSLU, where like if you hold neutral while swinging off a vine or whatever, or after doing a wall kick, you'll maintain your momentum and go much faster. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting to see how tech is like reused in a lot of the NSMB games.
Yeah, there's a lot of areas across the whole NSMB series where holding neutral saves time, like in the vines for New Super Wii and U. And there's also conveyor belts in NSMB2 that holding neutral can be used to save time on.
Yeah, and also swinging off vines in SB2, or swings, or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it's kind of cool how they all just feel a little interconnected. Anyways, Flood's finishing up a 8 castle with a 65, just barely avoiding fireworks.
Yeah, you can still get fireworks in the castle levels, but the fireworks don't actually go off. But you still get the cutscene of the Toad House appearing at the start of the map, so you still want to try and avoid it.
Yeah.
And Yiply also went for the crouch strat, where you crouch off of a platform and make it into a very small gap, which saves like, I think it's like a second.
Yeah, it's much more precise, but hey, if it works, it works.
And he gets a 68 on the castle.
So here I imagine we're going to see Floods equipping the Fireflower. I guess he never grabbed a backup. Yeah, maybe he just forgot to
Yeah, I
grab
don't
backup in
know.
1 tower. Or, sorry, 8 tower 1. Regardless, not a big deal. He's just going to keep moving forward. Man, what I really do appreciate about this game is that there are Fireflowers everywhere for Gauntlet. So you generally always have a chance to grab one.
Yeah,
Which,
getting hit is not really that big of a deal in this later levels.
like, compared to NSMBU, where there's acorners like nowhere, this is such a breath of fresh air. I don't know if anyone's gonna understand what that means, but trust me, it's scary.
So Floods is entering 8-6. This level is notorious for being a very difficult vertical level.
Yeah, especially like across skill levels, you'll see there's incredibly different strats. So, I get the feeling that this is where Yiply's gonna make up a little bit of time if he gets the
Yeah,
movement he's looking
probably.
for.
Floods getting a slightly slower but much safer 8-6 there. And he's going to end with a 360 on the in-game timer, which is still really good.
Yeah, that's honestly considerably good. 8-6.
Looks like Yiply's going to go for all the fast strats.
Yeah, I guess at this point Yiply's just trying to make up as much time as they can.
Very nicely done from Yiply.
Yeah, that's a dub.
He's going to end up with a 370 on the in-game timer there. So he
Alright.
saves about 7.5 seconds over Floods.
Okay, so on this level, Floods use the shell like while on the ledges to maintain the speed. Normally I see people do fireball hops where you shoot a fireball as you jump on the ledge and you'll maintain your speed, but the shell is more of a low percent strat that I don't see used often.
Yeah, the shell is sort of a backup for any percent if you don't have the fireball, I guess. But yeah, what we do is we use the fireball or the shell, pretty much any other animation to cancel the ledge grab animation. That just lets us jump over those ledges without having to walk across them.
Yeah, I don't know, would the shell be worth it using even if you have the fireball flower? Why'd I call it?
I guess the shell would be easier, but
yeah, that's fair. Anyways, we see your Floods gets hit by and loses his flower, but still gets the end with the star.
it shouldn't be too big of an issue for him though. He can pick up an extra fire flower right at the start of the next level.
Yeah, next level's a rather short auto scroller. So yeah, he'll only lose like 0.6 seconds grabbing it.
Just a short 2-minute auto scroller.
I know, compared to like NSMB, where we have like a 4-minute auto scroller, I think this is fine.
Oh wow. Yeah.
We have a 3-minute and a 4-minute auto scroller at any percent. Fun times.
We might see, yeah, Floods is going for the Death Warp here. So by taking damage on these spikes here, and then grabbing the checkpoint, and then taking the death, we can respawn the state block a bit further up, and that saves about 7 to 10 seconds or something.
Oh, yep, he's going for Skippy Warp, I think.
Yeah, he tried it, but he bonked on the fire bar, so he can't go for it now. Oh, when he misses the snake block.
This is going to be bad. This is not what you want to see on the second to last level.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately Yiply doesn't get any time save from any of the death warps.
You think he could go for it now, or at this point it doesn't save enough time?
You can go. There is a way to do it in like low percent, where you die a bit like earlier, but that only saves like 1 second, so I don't think it's really worth it.
Flood's taking the swag strat. Doesn't save any time, but hey, it looked pretty cool. Honestly, this is looking a little rough for Yiply. I think his best shot at making time back is Floods has to die somewhere in the next level, which is surprisingly common, because it's one of the hardest levels in the run, and one of the longest.
Yeah, the final level in this game can be quite brutal at times, so...
Yeah,
still anyone's game.
Also worth noting, it's one of the longest levels in the run, if not the longest. So a death in the final level is much more costly than a death in, say, I don't know, one tower.
Yeah. It's probably the longest level in this game that isn't an auto-scroller.
And as we know, auto-scrollers are awesome, so that automatically makes this level much worse.
Should also remember that Floods is playing on emulator, so we're gonna have to add 40 seconds onto his time at the end, because
Yeah.
emulator has faster loads than DS, which is
Yeah.
what Yiply is playing on.
Floods needs to win this match by 40 seconds for it to count. So, I don't know how different the movement's really going to be between both the runners for this level. I feel like Floods is already, besides like the first room, and it's going to be rather similar.
Yeah, Floods is opting to do slightly safer strats, but I don't blame him.
Yeah, he has about a 30-40 second lead. So, I think this is the call.
Yeah, if he can play it safe and close out the level quickly enough, then he might be able to take the victory here.
Yeah, knowing the time deficit, we're actually looking at a rather close race.
Definitely.
Alright. Let's see if Floods gets the switch correctly.
Ooh, I think he's a bit too far right.
Ooh.
That's like a second or two. Not that big of a deal, though.
I know, but... tragic.
Yiply's on a pretty good castle right now, though. He's gotten every strat so far.
Yeah, but then again, as small Luigi, only one mistake. That's all it takes to lose this run. Flood's also playing a little safer with the Fire Flower. I think this is the right call for Bowser. It only loses 0.6 seconds to grab the flower.
Yeah. And we're going into the final fight here, which has claimed the lives of many runs in the past.
Yeah. So this fight, it looks super easy if Floods does it right, but rest assured it actually is quite precise. Like, it's not the hardest trick in the run, but yeah.
And there we go.
A 23:38. Is that a
GG?
Is that a PB or not?
I don't think it is, but it's still a very good race time.
So Yiply has to finish with a 24:08. Am I doing the math right? No, 24:18.
Yeah, 24:18.
This is doable if he hits the jump.
Yeah, Yiply can win this if he gets the Bowser jump. Oh wow, 24:09.
What an incredible reversal.
Well, GG then.
Uh, 23:52 at DS time.
I think he's referring to his PB. The time he got for the race is about 24:18. Adjusted into DS load times.
Oh, he was saying his PB. That makes sense. Man, that was a close race. That was fun.
Yeah, Yiply with a very good comeback to that unfortunate death right at the very start of the run.
Well, that was cool. So now I'm wondering, any of the runners like to interview real quick? Totally okay if you guys don't want to, but it's an option. I'll be honest, I was doubting that Yiply would win for most of the race, but you brought it back.
Yeah, it really looked like Floods would take the victory on that one, but...
Yeah, I guess like when you have like emulator Wii U Virtual Console loads, it just makes it look like such a much more of a menacing lead.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a thing in comm controls. Yeah, let me check that for a moment. I forgot to update the score. There we go. There, you should be getting a message from a bot on Discord now. But yeah, both runners now opting to play in the mini games. I think they're both going to play poker.
Classic celebrating the victory by gambling. Oh, Floods isn't going to do the gambling.
Which is tragic considering that we can't see the bottom screen. But hey, we get to look at a PNG of Luigi, so who's the real loser? Hello, Yiply.
No. Dude, that was scuffed as heck. Oh my gosh.
Your start was quite scuffed. I will give you that.
I have no idea what I just did. Like that was terrible.
You just did movement, and it just ended up working.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So from that point, like after Ghost House, I was like, wow. I think my after that, my best possible time is like a 23, like 40, 50. You know, just like not great. But I knew that was his PB, so I know I could still come back with it, maybe. And I just played really well. Like honestly, the second half of my run was really, really good. Apart from Skippy Warp, where I just kind of screwed up, and that lost me like 15. So at that point, I got really scared. I thought it was over.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah, I was just trying to apply
interrupting.
pressure throughout the run on him, and I guess that worked.
Yeah, but besides Skippy Warp, your second half of the run was very solid.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's a very good comeback.
Oh, yeah, that was. I honestly have no idea what I just did in warm up. And then after that, I forgot that the block would move. So I was like, oh, let me just redo my manip setup and I'll just get shell and I'll be chilling. I was not chilling. It was bad.
It
I'm
was
happy with how it went.
tragic, but we still take the dubs.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, Floods, anything you'd like to say about your run? Overall, your execution was very good, in my opinion. I thought the strats you're going for, you're nailing most of them, if not all of them.
Thank you. I don't have much to say, but in 8-6 I forget to equip myself with the fire flower there.
Yeah, we saw that, but that's not too big of a time loss, all things considered.
I forget about it, and my mouse was far from the emulator, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Because emulator, you have to like click instead of the touch controls. That's so crazy.
And I play on keyboard.
But yeah, overall, I thought your run was great. Like I know it's not like a PB, but it was still a very solid execution of the strats you were going for, with a few minor mishaps.
Yes, I'm really satisfied with my run.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
I didn't expect to do this good, to be honest.
I mean, we still take it. We take the performance.
Yeah, dude, Flood played.
Yes,
you were only like 30 seconds off the PB. That's really good for
win.
me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you. Oh, go no here.
Sorry, but anyhow, is there anything else any of the interviewees or nudes, anything else you guys want to add before we close out for the day?
I guess just want to say that we've got more races of this tournament happening later today. So I think the next one is at, is it 3 p.m. Eastern time? And then the next one's at like 10 p.m. Eastern time.
I think that one's 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 p.m.
There's 3 p.m., which is going to be Shorts versus MRD Shorts versus Josh, and then 8 p.m. is Navadra here versus JD.
Gonna be crazy. But yeah, if you liked what you saw here, I'd highly recommend you go check out those runs too, and just get as much NSBD glory as you can.
Thanks to SpeedGaming for hosting us, by the way. Big thumbs up.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's a very good way to just introduce this game to a new audience and hopefully bring in more runners. So that's always great to see, just new people joining the game. But yeah, I'm out of things to say. Anything else you guys want to add?
I can't think of anything, but...
Alright, yeah, I can't either, so... Oh, sorry, what was that, Floods?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, okay. But yeah, with all being said, I think we're gonna close out. Go watch whatever SpeedGaming is doing. I'm sure it's great. But yeah, Have a good day, everyone. Bye.